It seems that global warming is evolving in the worst possible way. Everything that could go wrong seems to be going wrong. It seems that the world is moving rapidly towards warming of at least 2.5 degrees. It doesn't sound like much, but it's an average and it's at least 1 grade higher. To what during the international meeting held in Paris in 2015 the countries of the world set as a limit in order to avoid serious damage to ecosystems, i.e. 1.5 degrees. In fact, scientists think we could easily reach 2.5 degrees of global warming within a few decades. And it is precisely a survey that reveals a chilling truth. It consists of scientists' growing concern about global warming. 77% of them believe that a 2.5 degrees Celsius increase in warming is likely. The recent survey conducted by The Guardian, which involved 380 authors of the reports of the IPCC, the International Panel on Climate Change, offers a worrying look at the current state of the climate crisis. According to the vast majority of scientists surveyed, global warming is unlikely to stay below the 1.5 degree limit set at the Paris Agreement in 2015. Scientists warn that every fraction of a degree of temperature increase will result in increasingly severe impacts on the environment, society, and the economy, despite the majority of respondents expressing some skepticism about the possibility of keeping global warming within acceptable levels. Experts insisted that a slowdown in the transition to a carbon-based economy cannot be allowed, even though recent events in international geopolitics are nevertheless engaging governments in more urgent humanitarian war emergencies that at the same time should not distract us from this important goal, because it is precisely feared that action against global warming will not arrive in time. However, there are those who remain cautiously optimistic about the possibility of meeting the goals of the Paris Agreement. Henry Neufeld, of the United Nations Copenhagen Climate Center, suggested that solutions to achieve warming limited to 1.5 degrees are available and could be implemented in the next 20 years. However, there is a fear that the pace of action may not be sufficient and that one or more tipping points in the climate system may be overcome, with even more serious consequences. This leads to the fact that only 6% of the scientists surveyed believe it is still possible to stay below the safe limit of 1.5 degrees Celsius of global warming. Beyond this limit, positive feedback pathways could be activated that would amplify the warming even in an uncontrolled way. Not only that, some scientists are even more pessimistic. 17% say it is likely to be the most catastrophic option among those predicted by the IPCC, which even assume a warming of more than 4 degrees Celsius by the year 2100. Therefore, the consensus among experts is the urgent need to act decisively and promptly to tackle the climate crisis, implementing policies and measures aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions and finally adapting to ongoing climate change. All this in order to limit the damage and preserve the health of our planet.